What's up? I'm going to teach you a couple of C major scales today. The first one I'm going to do is the open position, and it's great if you use this book right here, because when you start learning the notes on the strings, you'll be learning from that open position. So I'll show you that scale first, and then I'm going to show you pattern 4. So first note is C, so that's the 3rd fret of the A string. The second note is D, that's an open D string. Then we got 2nd fret on the D string, which is E. Then we've got 3rd fret. And also pay attention to what fingers I'm using because that's very important. F. Then we got open G string. Then we got 2nd fret on the G string, which is A. We've got open B string. And then finally the 1st fret on the B string, which brings us back to C. So there's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now backwards, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. There's your open C chord. Now I'll show you the C major scale pattern 4. The number 4 comes from the caged system, which they teach at Musicians Institute. It's called pattern 4 because it's based off of the caged system. The caged system, which I talk more about in another video called Caged Chords, will teach you that there are 5 different patterns. Pattern 1 is based around a C, pattern 2 is based around an A, pattern 3 is based around a G, pattern 4 based around an E, pattern 5 based around a D. For each one of those patterns, 1 through 5, there is a chord and also a scale. So pattern 1 scale is kind of that open scale, open position C that I did a minute ago. Only there's a few other notes added, but I'll teach you that in different lessons. Pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4, which we'll do today, pattern 5, and then it starts over again, pattern 1. So let's go to pattern 4 here. First note of the C major scale is of course C, so we're on the 8th fret. And then you go right in between these 2 dots. So 8th fret, and we got 10th fret, and make sure that you use these fingers. Start with the middle finger, and 10th fret with the pinky finger, that's your D, and then we got 7th fret on the A string with the index finger, and then middle finger for 8th fret over the F note. There's your G note there, which is 10th fret on the A string. There's the A note, which is 7th fret on the D string. B, which is 9th fret on the D string. And C again. So there's your first octave. Now, to go to the 2nd octave, we're going to do the 7th fret on the G string, 9th fret on the G string, 10th fret on the G string. Then we've got 8th fret on the B string, 10th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the E string, and 8th fret on the E string. Now we can also add this note up here, which is a D, so that would be bringing us to another octave. A lot of people teach that D note because if you're practicing your patterns, you know what notes are in the key of C, you know. So sometimes that works good for a practice tool. So let's go backwards. Let's start on that C. And we got index finger, pinky, middle finger, pinky, ring, index, pinky, ring, index, pinky, middle finger, index, pinky, and middle finger. Now one other thing, when you're practicing this scale, make sure that you use alternate picking. Down, up, 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 down. Right? So then you can play it faster. One last thing I want to mention is that the scale that we just learned, pattern 4, and all those patterns are transferable. So that means the one we did is in the key of C, because that's C, that's our root note. But if we're playing in the key of A, we can go down to here, 5th fret, play the exact same finger pattern, and it works for the key of A. Key of G, right here, 3rd fret, B, D. So it's transferable pattern. So keep that in mind and try it in different keys. Don't just do it in C. Do it in B flat, A flat, G, so on and so forth.